Alright, welcome everyone, and today it's time for another Challenger Misfortune analysis. The 8.12 bot lane meta especially is just completely crazy at the moment, so it it's pretty nice that we can actually have a look at how a Challenger Misfortune player deals with this environment. We have Misfortune Rakan versus Xin Zhao Janna, which is a matchup I personally have never played before. And Emdiel, I don't know about him, how much he played the last days, but I imagine he is quite unfamiliar with the matchup too. So we will see how he copes with it. He started Doran's Blade and goes, of course, for his Lethality build. Yeah, Xin Zhao already showing his early dominance. I think, well, in my opinion, the key in these matchups is you basically have the late game in the back. The enemy team does not have an AD carry. Well, in this specific case, they have Lulu Yi, which is very powerful late game, of course, but still, as far as bot lane matchup is concerned, all you really need to do is not die early levels, and then you're basically good to go. And a quick disclaimer: I'm very sick at the moment. I don't know what's going on. It's pretty warm here in Germany, but still, I caught a huge cold, but it's fine. I will get this video out there anyways. I apologize for any coughing, etc. in advance. Okay, they roamed river, maybe helping their teammate with Scuttle Crab. Let's have a look. Well, no, doesn't look like it. Okay, I don't know what their roam was. Maybe they got a deep ward or something. No, they didn't get anything. Alright, Kayn is looking for a gank here, which is okay. Rakan wasted his flash because he didn't respect the level 1. But, oh well, Kayn actually decides to go mid lane now. Okay, so Misfortune should be able to farm on the tower. The rune setup is, I didn't check, but I know Emdiel's playstyle, and I would guess it's Dark Harvest, Taste of Blood, Eyeball Collection, and Ultimate Hunter, with Absolute Focus and Gathering Storm. And he goes for a... there we go. He goes for a bootless full lethality build, and by full lethality, I really mean full lethality. He gets all the lethality items, and afterwards even another serrated dirk, just for the extra bit of lethality. Because lethality, the way it works, it gets more valuable the more of the more of the stats you have. Oh dude, please return. Okay, he had a little bit of a connection hiccup, it seems. But he's fine. Let's look at farm. It's 20 to 21, which is okay. This relic shield, I'm not a fan, to be honest, because you disable the passive when you go for last hits, right? So he earned 112 gold. Let's see, do you get a lockout? The way support items, at least the AP support item works, it's basically turned off as an item forever if you last hit too many minions, because the lockout stacks additively, and then you basically have infinite cooldown at some point. Alright, not getting the Q bounce. Alright, nice initiation from the Rakan. The Janna is low, and she's ignited, but she doesn't get away. Nice. That was really good by the really well played by the Rakan. He also runs, as you can see, Electrocute, which I've never seen before. I've never seen Electrocute Rakan, but this is a master / challenger level gameplay video. So yeah, maybe if you are a Rakan player, or when you play your off role, which could be support, I don't know if it's meta or something, but who cares about meta? I mean, yesterday I've played AP Fiddlesticks as a bot laner, not as a support, but as the carry. So, and my team didn't flame me, and we won the game super hard. And it's all season 1 all over again. You can play whatever you want bot lane, I have the feeling. But Misfortune, I think, really thrives in this environment too, because she is such a hard lane bully, and especially with the lethality build, or with any non-crit build, she can snowball early games super hard. So, yeah, it's basically... she's in a very good spot in the meta right now. So if you are not in that janky kind of stuff with Xin Zhao AD carry or something like that, playing Misfortune is completely fine. She's kind of a traditional AD carry and still very, very strong this meta. Alright, let's look what he bought. He bought 4 longswords, which of course all build into the Duskblade, which he rushes, since Duskblade helps to stack eyeball collection, right? As far as the scoreboard, there is not too much going on. It's only 3 kills in this entire game, and we are at 6.5 minutes. Well, but this is a very high elo game, so... Sorry. So mistakes shouldn't happen too often. Nice, using his Dark Harvest proc there. And Janna shielding very late. The classic, oh, my AD carry just traded, let's shield him afterwards for good measure. Yeah, but Janna or Enchanter supports in general took a really big hit this patch too. I still think they're very good, especially late game, but in this meta, which is so early game focused, I don't see them shining. Well, they are good on paper, but in this environment, they are a little bit, well, they are troublesome picks, I think, because they really don't do anything in lane. Well, Janna has some sort of poke, but at the same time, Fiddlestick support, Brand support, Zyra support, they all do the job better. And with survivability nerfed that hard from the AD carry, yeah. Well, okay, so let's see how this goes. Xin Zhao no, what did I didn't pay attention, did I? Xin Zhao didn't recall. He well, he recalled once. He got early Ninja Tabe, which obviously helps against Misfortune. And this is melee versus ranged somewhat, because Misfortune can poke freely, but at the same time, as soon as Misfortune gets into 550 range, which is her auto attack range, Xin Zhao is also in range for his gap closer, this point and click dash thing, you know. So it's really not all that easy to harass him, because you're always under the threat of getting all in. Well, at the same time, you kind of have to rely on your support there, and Rakan is really good at peeling because he can just do his knock-up thing at this at Misfortune. When, well, Xin Zhao is on top of her, he knocks, he does his knock-up, and basically that's sufficient peel, I would say, at least. 72, yeah, this is where, I don't know, this is where Xin Zhao's range disadvantage kind of shows. And of course he went for a roam earlier, but the CS disadvantage, this is 23 CS, and remember 15 CS disadvantage is basically a kill worth of gold. So 23, and it's only, well, he didn't farm this wave yet, but at the same time he has to farm it under tower and will get harassed, and the tower will take damage, so he kind of has to make something happen. I mean, well, Emdiel is not used to playing against Xin Zhao, but at the same time, everyone playing Bruiser's bot lane are not used to actually doing that. So this is kind of a learning process for everyone, which yeah, which might lead to them not making the best of decisions when they fight, when they trade, because when you play a Bruiser, that was a horrendous tower dive. Yeah, this of course looked what's the word? It looked tempting, but you have to remember Xin Zhao is level 6, and with his R, he can negate all the damage from his fortune. So Rakan was basically alone there. Janna could walk out, he could block all the damage. Rakan was just dead to the tower, and on top of that, the Lulu, I think she teleported in. Yeah, I think so, and killed the Misfortune too. So now they are. They basically lost their lead completely. Alright. Yeah, after this, well, it's a little bit more than a minor mistake. But after this play, Misfortune has bought a Serrated Dirk and a Warhammer and another longsword for good measure. This obviously builds into the other lethality items too, so it's not really a waste. You kind of delay your Duskblade, but if you cannot finish it right away, then you might as well buy a longsword, because by the time you go back, you go for your next back, you probably have the 700 gold. Well, except for you immediately fight and die, then you obviously don't. But generally speaking, you should be able to complete your first item by your next back, so you can buy another longsword. 700 gold is not that much to ask for. Right, oh, I'm still having the Fog of War. No, I want to see Emdiel's perspective. Right, 6 kills to 2. Well, in lower elo, this is not too big of a lead, but since challenger players really know how to snowball, this might get a little bit sticky for the red team here. But Misfortune's still expanding her farm, her CS, well, not expanding her CS lead, but still CSing fine, especially considering she has just died. Okay, now Xin goes in. Unluckily though, the Rakan is, not the Rakan, the Kayn is right there, and so it's a 2 versus 3. And this is basically the perfect scenario for, well, all kind of teleports and stuff is happening. Misfortune goes down. Right, we need to get, to analyze this team fight a little bit more in depth. Let's have a look. Well, it's still not over. We just watch it. Okay, now I think it's over. Let's jump back and see what happened. Alright. So this is the perfect scenario for you as a jungler. You of course want to gank over extended lanes, but if the enemy have just engaged a trade or an all-in even, this is the perfect time for you to arrive, because then they really cannot react to anything you do. So this looks like a free double kill for the red team, since this is a 2 versus 3, and Kayn should be able to arrive in time. Misfortune ult's coming in, then even a red team teleport coming in, which makes it a 4 versus 1, but blue team obviously mirrors this with Poppy, and unluckily Misfortune gets stunned against the wall, flashes out. Xin Zhao is still alive, but should die. No, he gets shielded and survives. Emdiel dies. Yeah, that was unlucky. The stun here was what's to be avoided. But to be fair, when a teleport is coming in and you don't have... well, the enemy team have 2 teleports, I remind you. You have to instantly, in this 3 point or 4.5 seconds channel time, remember... Lulu teleport is on cooldown, the top laner is Poppy, which you might as well forget because it's top lane and you don't look there that much often, so you might not even know on the top of your head which champion the enemy top laner has picked. And yeah, then he should preemptively have positioned himself away from the wall so he doesn't get stunned. But yeah, shit happens, and yeah, that the Xin Zhao got saved there really turned this fight around. Now the blue team have the numbers advantage and can clean up. Unlucky. Very unlucky. Okay, yeah, they should run. They get dove if they don't. They still might die. Okay, and please run. Just run. You cannot defend this. This falls anyway. Yeah, turret falls, as expected. I would guess they go for a dragon right now, because, yeah, it's obviously the next best objective. Finished Duskblade, another long sword. Emdiel's items are looking okay. His stats are a little bit, worrisome though. Especially in an early game, centric meta like this. These early kills mean quite a lot, so it's comebacks are really hard to pull off in this environment. Well, they didn't go for the dragon, maybe suspecting that it's warded. I think it's a mistake. They should have probably done this. Goblin Tower half health versus almost full health, yeah. The map pressure. And now what bot lane can do, they can, well, obviously first push this out, or if they lane against them here, red team's bot lane is quite open to flanks, which is why this ward here is very important. So you actually see the enemy coming in if they want to collapse on you. You have no longer the safety of your turret because it's obviously down. Yeah, easy dive. Damn. Yeah, the classic minion crash dive. Push the wave under turret. You have all the time in the world to position yourself so you can set up this dive. You also have a tank in Poppy. With Black Cleaver? I've never seen that before. What's her keystone? Conqueror? Interesting. Yeah, this is a very innovative meta, it seems. Okay, but this was a little bit of a stretch from the Poppy's part. Let's rewatch this fight. Misfortune double kill. Okay, she hides. Let's actually see. Does she hide? Yes, she does. They have no idea what's coming. Okay, now they see her. She ults immediately to eliminate this minion wave, which is very important because now Poppy immediately takes turret aggro instead of... she has no longer time to position herself to properly fight the Misfortune, but instantly takes the turret aggro. And Emdiel very nicely positioning himself in a way that allows him to dodge the stun, and Yi just being greedy and not respecting the turret once the minion wave has died, which, yeah, beats Misfortune an easy double kill. Alright. Of course, hiccups like this are what can cost you the game. Throwing your lead like this, especially, those are 2 shutdowns, right? Yeah, Poppy shutdown. No, Yi wasn't a shutdown, but Poppy was a huge shutdown, so Emdiel is quite rich right now. And got some soul stacks, and doesn't need to worry about the Poppy or the Yi lurking somewhere, waiting for him. So he can freely farm this wave, now go back and upgrade his items with his gold. Can you X, I think. 1,600. I think you need 1,800 for Ghostblade, so he might take those. Yes, that's what he does. Yeah, finishing those gives him 140 gold, which is then enough to buy his Ghostblade. Right, nothing too major happening right now. Red team does not have vision of the dragon. Does blue team have? Don't have either. Not valuing the dragon at all, but let's speed this up because Emdiel is just buying and we of course focus on what he's doing. Rearrange this. Alright, we want bot lane to push out the wave, which is fair enough. You don't want this turret to pressure 2, and being back here is kind of safe because the enemy is very much overextended when they try to gank you there. The rule of thumb I follow is you can push beyond this rock, but everything beyond this rock is just asking to get ganked and collapsed and feeding. But, well, there's everyone well, now they see 2, 3. 2 people are still missing. So, yeah, and they see the Janna coming bot. So this might be, at worst, a 2 versus 2. And with the Janna, a 3 versus 2. Right, they're looking for the assassination, actually. Emdiel knowing he's not spotted because of the Night Stalker's passive. Yeah, this is now mind games. Blue team, let's look at this. Blue team does not know. Have they retreated or recalled, or are they waiting? They don't know. But they are respecting it still. Okay, Emdiel shows himself. Yeah, he decided to wait no longer. Too bad, what a pity. I was hoping to see a nice little assassination, but at the same time it's very hard to assassinate a Xin Zhao because it can just ult and be safe. You kind of have to go into melee range to damage him, and Misfortune's ultimate from blank point is very easy to dodge because the cone obviously gets smaller the closer you get to Misfortune, so you can walk out very quickly. Right, wow. Yeah, obviously the Lulu can't do anything against Camille ult, and Misfortune doing so much damage with the Dark Harvest plus all the lethality. Blue team's still ahead though. They do have the 3 turrets they took already, and they have more kills. And now red team is getting bullied really hard. Reinforcements are coming though. Very nice. Come on, Emdiel. Oh, he got stunned again. Doesn't matter though. Poppy hasn't bought that much armor yet. 20 plus 20, 40 armor, yeah. He basically negates that with his lethality. Well, not quite. He negates 32 armor with his lethality. But still, Poppy is fairly squishy considering she's a Poppy. Yeah, the Black Cleaver Rush obviously made her, it buffed her damage, but at the same time it made her that much more squishy. But red team losing turret after turret, especially with this Rift Herald here. Yeah, this turret should be fine though. Dragon still on the map. Are blue team doing it? No, they are not. Why is nobody paying attention to this dragon? It's a Cloud Drake. I would say it's very important. Right, Emdiel recalling. After this fight, he earned himself a few more kills and probably now works towards his Lord Dominic's regards. Yes. Yeah, Lord Dominic's as a third item is, in my opinion, a core item on Misfortune. Even with my Bloodthirster build that I'm playing right now, I came to the conclusion that it's best to have a Lord Dominic's or a Last Whisper item. If you need Mortal Reminder, so be it, then you buy this instead. But the percent armor penetration at level 10 plus is really strong, because it's base armor that's penetrated, not just bonus armor. Well, total armor is penetrated, not just base or bonus armor, it's total armor. So it's very important to get this, and especially because percentage armor penetration. What's happening here? Rakan initiates. The Xin Zhao goes down because he doesn't have his ulti. Emdiel looks for a cleanup, especially focusing on the Yi, because he's the main damage dealer here, remind you. They don't have an AD carry, so the Yi is all you need to worry about. Nice. Very nice cleanup. He has another soul stack. Damn, the Lulu is faster though. Had Emdiel gotten an auto attack on the Lulu off, she would have been dead. The Yi survived too, which is the worst part. They're losing the tier 2 mid turret, which opens up their jungle big time. If you look at the turret structure, connect the dots. Connect this dot to this, to this. Everything beyond this line is very safe blue team's territory. Now if you do this for red team, you connect this dot to there, to there. So everything beyond this line is unsafe for red team because they don't have vision. Turrets are basically huge wards that can attack you. And getting rid of those wards, I will call them wards now. Because, well, this is why they place this ward here, right? So they get a substitute for the turret. It's not so much the damage, but the vision. So you see the enemy invading. Right, but yeah, Lord Dominic's Regards is finished now, and obviously percentage armor penetration gets applied first, so the lethality gets even more valuable. Because the lower the value that is reduced, the higher the impact of the higher the damage increase, basically. So if you have, let's say 40 flat armor penetration against a 100 armor target, it is not as effective as if you have 40 flat armor penetration against a 40 armor target, because going from 100 to 60 is a 40% decrease, but going from 40 to 0 is a 100% decrease, right? It's all maths. Yeah, really clean ulti. Again, Xin Zhao blocking it, which is unfortunate, and Yi flanking. Well, actually this ulti was not that nice, considering what happened. Let's see. Poppy taking huge damage. Gets killed, but yeah, the flank. They didn't have vision in their jungle. This is what I mean. They had no idea where the enemy have invaded their jungle, because they no longer have their mid turrets and no longer have the vision that go with them. Yeah, it's all about vision. Losing this turret and this turret. The enemy can do whatever. You have no idea. Except for if you ward up this entire area, which is really hard to do. Which ultimately led to Yi getting a quadra kill. Vision. Vision gone. Vision gone. And now even inhibitor falls. Looking kinda grim. But yeah, you shouldn't lose the base towers here. Misfortune respawns. Working towards her Edge of Night. Blue team starts to ping Baron. Which seems logical. Poppy does have teleport up and starts to split push bot lane, which is a good idea, because when you split push bot, you create pressure on the opposite side of the map, to which the enemy kind of have to respond. And if they go to Baron to defend this, they lose this, and you can just teleport in if need be. And if they come to stop you, the enemy, well, your teammates get Baron for free. So you always want to split push on the side which is opposite to the objective your team wants to take. Yeah, she starts to create pressure. Camille goes to answer. Does she have teleport up? Yes, she does. So this is what you want to do if you are on the receiving end, which the Camille is doing. You kind of have to answer with your... this is why teleport is so important, so you can counter this play. You can defend the lane, and if they teleport in, you teleport in. So your team is never outnumbered. And you still don't lose your base. Poppy not respecting the Kassadin. However, the Janna comes in and the teleport from the Lulu. Wow. What a blowout. And again, these plays happen because lack of vision. They try to ward up their jungle, as you can see here, but still, you kind of... Well, if you are in your jungle, you get the information when it's too late. Because you don't see them coming, you see them when they're already kind of there. Ult gets cancelled. Which is not that big of a deal. You still have your Dark Harvest procs, right? Oh, damn. The Lulu buying just enough time for herself. Emdiel gets some kills, but the Zhonya's was very clutch from the Lulu's part. Not only did she save herself, but by saving herself, she bought time for her teammates to collapse on Emdiel. Wow, the Yi is super fed. Rose Mallet, Rage Blade, Blood Razor. Working towards his Guardian Angel. Can the Kassadin clutch it out? No. This shouldn't be game though, judging from the time. Oh damn, I forgot to... The timeline... Some of you said that the timeline was a spoiler and that I should hide it next time, but I forgot. I totally forgot. I'm so sorry. I will try to remember next time to hide the timeline if I find out how I do it. Yeah, but the Nexus is defended. However, it is open, and a very wise idea would be to place a control ward right here, so you see if the enemy have a ward there to which they could teleport and backdoor you. However, there is no control ward from the red team, and let's have a look. Also no backdoor ward, I would call it now, to, from the blue team. Misfortune assassination. Should be enough. Poppy has nothing left. Yeah, very strong. Very strong play. Getting a 0 for 1. Then Zhao bot lane. So it's 4 versus 3 in red team's favor. Unlucky. But Misfortune goes to defend. At the same time, the Janna falls. Janna, Poppy, and Lulu all dead. But, well, you do have the numbers advantage and you would like to get objectives. But at the same time, the super minions, especially with those 2 turrets down, create so much pressure that you cannot really leave your base alone for too long. You kind of always need to defend. Because what use do you get out of this Baron if meanwhile your base just gets taken? This might be big. Nice. Yeah, the blue team obviously getting completely outnumbered here. They're kind of throwing the lead away. Now all the inhibitors have respawned. Even Kassadin even recalled. So, well, he doesn't do this to protect the base, but he is there just in case. He recalled because it was low, obviously. But red team should be able to... Oh, damn. The Poppy ult. They do have that... They don't have that jungler. Yeah, now they do. Nice. And he was dead, I remind you. So the enemy couldn't challenge the... couldn't contest the red team smite. Now with Baron, you kind of should be able to establish map pressure again. Well, again is the wrong word here because red team never had map pressure. This turret, all the auto turrets are still alive. So, yeah, this was a very tough spot, but now they should be able to take some of them. The Emdiel is now sitting at 3 lethality items plus Lord Dominic's regards and should be able to buy another serrated dirk here. Yes, that's what he does. And now he's basically dealing true damage to everyone below 80 armor or something crazy. I don't remember the exact numbers right now on the top of my head, but it's a very high value. It's above 70 for sure. You need to have much more than 70 armor to not get dealt true damage by this misfortune right now. Damn, Emdiel is not there. 4 versus 4 right now. The Yi is so big. And this misfortune ult. Whoa, holy crap. Did you see that? They all died in less than 2 seconds. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. At 30 minutes, they have Baron buff. They should be able to finish. Wow. This is why you never give up. Yeah, the turrets just fall now. Like a domino chain. Xin Zhao on his own won't be able to defend any of this. Still 10 seconds left. Zhao going for the misfortune, but she flashes in just to take the turrets and avoid him. No need to fight him right now, just finish, yeah. Wow, what a comeback and what a crazy misfortune ult. Wow. Well, this is obviously especially great for all you Lethality and Dark Harvest fans out there, because I currently play Conqueror, but yeah, it's crazy. Crazy. This comeback. They didn't have any map pressure whatsoever throughout this entire game, and still they didn't give up. Wow. Yeah, as a quick summary, you should definitely respect the enemy in lane if they go for a kind of unconventional bruiser lane, because they can 1v1 you or 2v2 you very easily, since AD carries are so weak right now. Even Misfortune, as the lane bully she has trouble keeping up with the Xin Zhao's damage at level 1 and, well, pre-6 basically. You shouldn't... The rule of thumb, don't get killed in lane, and you should be good to go. Alright, but yeah, that shall be it for today, and I see you next time.